Welcome to Well, That Just Happened. I'm your host, Cody Spence.
And I'm your co-host, Mark Hawk.
This is a podcast about, well, do you want to tell them, Mark?
Yeah, so this is a podcast that takes a look at news stories from around the world.
Some that shock us, some that have us asking what just happened, and some that we just found interesting.
So if you like the show, please subscribe and leave a review.
We're on YouTube and any other podcast platform.
And with that being said, all that's left is, let's see what's happening this season. Cody, what do you have for that today?
Okay, so I found a few stories, and this one really jumped out at me, and I laughed really hard. Okay, Michigan man leaves debit card with his name on it inside a house after breaking in. Okay, so the gist of what happened, I'll read a little bit of the articles just so I can get some of the names right, and then I'll actually discuss it with you what happened. So, in Alpena Township in Michigan, a man used a debit card with his name on it to break into a house. You know, to pick the lock. So, James John Tanner, he was 30, of Alpena, is accused of breaking into a home on French Road in Alpena Township around 8:20 p.m. This was last year, but, like, all the stuff, like, court-wise is coming up now. The homeowner said she returned home after taking her children trick-or-treating and found Tanner leaving her house. She recognized him and he yelled his name, but he fled the scene. So she knew this guy. He knew her, broke in, used his debit card, and she was able to recognize him by the way he ran from the scene.
Wow. Okay, wait. Did he left his debit card there, though?
Oh, yeah, yes.
Okay.
Yes. When troopers got to the woman's house, they found the door had been forced open using a debit card. They said a damaged debit card with Tanner's name on it was found at the scene. A report was submitted to Alpena County Prosecutor's Office, and an arrest warrant was issued November 19th. So, yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what happened. $30,000 was his bail. And the whole purpose of what he wanted to do was to go in, steal some shit, but what he wanted wasn't there.
What was he after?
He was after, like, some jewelry and stuff. Like,
Well,
he knew,
I mean,
like, there was,
sense.
like, a special necklace, family heirloom that he was going to be able to get some money out of, and it wasn't there. She was wearing it.
Okay,
she wears it every day.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
she
he knew
wears
her, so he had to have known that.
Exactly.
But my thing is, okay, at that point, you're like, man, I'm caught. Why don't you file a false police report saying, I lost my debit card somewhere, you know, or something, or somebody took it, or something like that.
Yeah, you would think that would be the next step. Like, okay, so in my mind, he's leaving. He goes to, let's say he goes to the gas station. He wants to buy, like, a soda or something, and he goes to pull his wallet, and realizes his debit card's gone. He goes, oh, no. Like, what else do you do in that situation? Because that is a true moment of because you knew he knows what he did with it.
But see, that's the thing. Like, you would think that would be the first thing you do. As soon as you break in, Jimmy the lock, it goes right back in my wallet.
Yeah.
And then I'm going searching. But, like, if you don't get to that point, then you are not a good thief.
No. And I guess that's another thing, too. Like, because my daily routine, if I use my debit card, before I do anything, before I grab anything off the counter, it goes right back to my wallet.
Yeah.
So my first instinct would be, Jimmy the lock, put it back in the wallet. Then go in. But it just, that, like I said, I came across that article, and it baffled me. That level of just,
Well, and the thing is, her calling his name and shit like that, like, you just, I don't know, you're caught at that point. She knows who you are.
he could have turned around and be like, you got me, you know?
Something.
Just,
I don't know.
But yeah, that was...
like, I had to go to the bathroom really bad.
Yeah.
Something. I don't know.
Okay, so another one that I found was, I just want to read this headline to you, and I want you to tell me what you think this is. Woman finds herself bathing in hot chocolate after hilarious bath bomb blunder.
What? Is there like a Hershey's egg that she put in the bathtub?
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's a giant egg, like a hot chocolate egg, that it has like marshmallows and stuff on the inside that when you throw it in, it would dissolve, and it makes your hot chocolate and marshmallows and everything are there. So she thought it was a bath bomb, threw it in her bathtub, and marshmallows showed up. And not only did she stop there, she took pictures and stuff. She sent them to her buddy, and her buddy shared them everywhere. All over Facebook and Twitter.
I don't know, what kind of pictures are we talking? It wasn't explicit, was it?
No, it wasn't explicit.
Okay.
Like, I could show you. There's just right there with the foot.
Okay, but that doesn't look like chocolate. That looks like dirty bathwater.
Exactly. It looks like dirty bathwater. I'm glad you brought that up because some of the comments that people posted was absolutely hilarious.
Okay.
So one person actually posted on there, I would probably drink that bathwater.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Knowing that it's hot chocolate, it makes it completely different.
I mean, it's kind of funny because the marshmallows were down by her foot.
Yeah. So, we'll post this image up on our Instagram page so everyone can kind of see what's going on. But the way that it looks like swamp water, with little marshmallows sprinkled in. So, it's a happy fun treat for everyone.
Yeah.
But this woman also, she is well known for having a lot of mistakes.
Like a lot of blonde moments?
Yeah. So, like...
Are we allowed to say that?
Yeah, that's fine.
I wasn't sure. Cancel culture and all that.
So one of her quotes from this was... Because her friend, like I said, had taken this and posted it into a Facebook group. So her friend wrote, "So my amazing friend, who would prefer to not be named, thought she got herself a lovely new bath bomb. Turns out it was a bloody hot chocolate with marshmallows included and everything." And so, yeah, if you look closely on her toes right there, you can see the chocolate wrapped around her toes.
Well, and yeah, the marshmallows are just like floating everywhere.
Which, although when you kind of look at it, it looks like somebody just took like some cotton swabs for their ears and just threw them in the tub. And, like,
something.
She had explosive diarrhea and just did not
make it.
Yeah.
Okay,
so
that's... I don't know. I don't think I would be sending my friend pictures.
Dude,
I'm not going to send you pictures of me in the bathtub if I was dumb enough to put hot chocolate in there. I'm sorry. I don't... Number one, I wouldn't trust you not to make fun of me either.
Yeah, but the posting online to all those platforms, that's the part that cracks me up. Because, okay, she's known for doing this kind of stuff. And you would think... Okay, say you're known for sending me weird things like this, where you do something stupid, and you know that I either will share it or post it online. I would hope that you would be like, I'm not going to send him this.
Yeah, I definitely would not send it to you. I would think, nah, I already know him too well. He's going to tell everyone.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I would expect you to, though. It's something like that.
Right.
If I did something like that, I would probably make fun of myself for being that dumb.
You kind of have to.
Yeah, I
mean, there's no other way than just to laugh about it.
I mean, except for the chick with the Gorilla Glue, she wasn't laughing.
All right, so another one that I have. This news article I just found very interesting because this is going to be kind of like a PSA for everybody. So, in the social media network, that all the ones that are out there, you make one comment, you make one statement. Even though it could be a part of all these other statements, it can backfire.
Oh, yeah.
And this one that I found is from Burger King.
Okay.
This was on the International Women's Day. Have you ever heard of this before?
No.
It's just a day to celebrate women. Okay? That's all it is.
I mean, it makes sense then. It comes from Burger King where they make sandwiches.
Here's what Burger King said. Women belong in the kitchen.
Oh!
That was a tweet that they did. There's a reason behind all of it. The reason that they posted this on Twitter was they started a new, I'm trying to think of what the word, scholarship program.
Okay.
To help try to get more women to become chefs. And they had that blanket thing, that blanket statement, and then, there was a whole chain going down underneath saying, like 20% of the chefs are actually women. We're trying to do more. All right, what?
Quit calling them chefs.
What? Why?
They're not chefs.
There are phenomenal women chefs.
I didn't say there wasn't, but Burger King workers are not chefs.
It's not just Burger King. It was Burger King wants to sponsor.
Okay, but I'm just saying you said Burger King and then you said chefs. And
All
I'm
right,
like, what?
All right, I'm clarifying. Burger King is just saying they started a scholarship program to help women who want to grow in the culinary arts to further their careers.
And get out of Burger King.
If you want to word it that way, yes.
I'm sorry, I worked in the fast food industry, so it's not like I'm saying that you don't work, but you're not a chef.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so do you want to hear what the tweets were?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the tweets were, women belong in the kitchen. And then, about 10 minutes later, then they tweeted, which that's a big time gap. Keep that in mind. Timing is everything. If they want to, of course, yet only 20% of chefs are women. We're on a mission to change the gender ratio in the restaurant industry by empowering female employees with the opportunity to pursue a culinary career. We are proud to be launching a new scholarship program which will help female Burger King employees pursue the culinary dreams. You can read more on any of our commitments by going to this link, and then obviously it provides the link. Okay, so that's what they said, and I mean I agree. Just the way
the timing, like you said, is not good.
No, that's the big thing. That's kind of part of the PSA thing was, hey, if you're gonna say something, they knew that was gonna be inflammatory.
Oh man,
absolutely knew it was gonna be inflammatory.
Yes, that's not good.
No, but also, all right. So say you're checking Twitter and you follow. I don't know why you would follow Burger King, but okay, you do, and that comes up. Immediately like, oh. No. So in my mind, I'm almost thinking, is there a drunk CAO somewhere saying some pretty raunchy stuff?
I'm saying the reason you would follow Burger King because the Whoppers are normally more expensive than 2 for $5. Just my opinion.
Okay. And so the last news article that I have, this one to me was just really funny. Man arrested accused of shining a laser into airplane cockpits for a year. Okay, so I don't need to go into full detail about this. So what this guy was doing, he was taking his dog out for a walk. And he lived by the airport. So he'd walk by the airport with a green laser pointer. And as the airplane's getting ready to go, he'd take his laser pointer, beep, 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 and shoot it at the pilot getting ready to take off.
Why the hell would you do that?
I don't know, but it's hilarious to me. In my mind, I would like to imagine it's not going to make that much of a difference. If he has that high-powered laser, I don't know why he has that. But the fact, like, he's so bored, he's going to walk his dog and mess with a pilot. That's commercial pilot.
Yeah, like,
hundreds of passengers.
And how many planes have crashed on takeoff?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's helping the cause.
Yeah. And that part just, like I said.
I mean, how much jail time did he get out of that? Okay,
so he ended up getting, he got, okay, there were, it cracks me up because of how many times he got reported. 266 times.
Oh, wow.
He was reported in 2020 for doing this. This is in Florida, by the way, so that might help and make a lot of sense.
That explains it all.
But as of right now, he's in jail. He's a $5,000 bond, just waiting for it. Like, he hasn't gotten any jail time or anything yet. He does have 15 years of flight experience. So I don't know if he's begrudging or what, but that still cracks me up.
That is funny.
All right, Mark, so what do you have for us this week?
All right, in the news, we have a New York man filed a lawsuit against King's Hawaiian Sweet Rolls, saying the company misled him into believing the California-made sweet rolls are made in Hawaii.
What?
Yeah. Robert Galinsky of Yonkers said the package reads Hilo, Hawaii on the front, but the back reveals they are made in Torrance, California. And the company has yet to respond to the lawsuit.
That's petty.
I mean, to me, yeah, like, I don't know. You go to the store and you buy something like Chinese checkers. You know, they're not made in China. Mm-hmm. So, are you going to sue somebody because the Chinese checkers were made in Taiwan? I don't know. I don't know. Like, how can you can sue somebody? I mean, I don't know. It baffles me that you would sue somebody for something like that. But
okay, so who like in my mind, I would imagine this guy. He's going through the shopping aisle and it's like, I want this. And then he's just looking at the box. He goes, "Wait a minute."
No, he already bought the shit and brought it and took it home, and he was eating it.
Okay.
Like, if you were that concerned, you were going to look in the store. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Like, to me, like, I mean, they said that the company did not respond to the lawsuit, so I don't know if anything came back.
You got to imagine when it came across it. Well, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah, I mean, you have to be kidding me. Is right. Like,
or this go. Stupid Meta accounts and just off to the side, you know. It just wow.
I mean, yeah. Like, I mean, does it really matter where your rolls are made? California or
Does
Hawaii?
it taste good? Yes. Problem solved.
And that's the thing. Like, it just.
Of course. Speaking of that, what was it? It was like a
the Hawaiian rolls, man.
I don't know what that is.
They're them like little sweet rolls that come and like you like rip them off and like little. They're like all together.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's like one package where the rolls are all like they're like 20 of the
like
little...
cinnamon rolls. They pull apart.
No. They're bread, like they're regular rolls.
I get that,
but yeah, they're like tiny.
Oh, all right.
I don't know. My wife likes them.
In my mind, one of my biggest vices is those freaking like strawberry cheesecake like rolls that have the cream and everything in them.
No, not like that.
Yeah, see, in my mind, that's what you were talking about, and.
No, like
regular... I feel very passionate about those things.
No,
so, I mean,
the regular rolls, like dinner rolls. But
okay.
The Hawaiian rolls, and yeah, you just rip them off in like little pieces.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. You're gonna have to do some of your own.
I'm gonna have to try one to understand. Maybe I'll relate to why he's so upset.
All right, and this one is not funny, but to me, it's very interesting. And if I'm the person who sold this, I am very mad. So, someone bought a bull at a yard sale for $35 and found out it was worth $500,000.
Whoa!
Yeah, you want to talk about a profit? You know how some people go to yard sales, buy stuff, sell it on eBay, all that to try to make money. You know what to look for. You can make a profit, but yeah, it turned out the bull was from the 15th century Ming Dynasty, and over 600 years old. There's only 6 of the bulls in the world. And most of them are in a museum. They said none was in the U.S. And then, it was bought at a yard sale in Connecticut.
How?
For $35.
What did this person do to have that in there? Just have that for a yard sale? I guess in my mind, I'm thinking...
they said the person who sold it even said it was like passed down from their family.
Okay, so that would make sense.
Yeah, but, they didn't know the value of it. It was like with their grandma's stuff, they inherited it. Yeah. It was like, all right, it's junk, I'm going to sell it.
That's one of those things where, like, you get passed down to your... They give you the whole spiel what it's from, and you're just zoning it out.
Yeah, it's like, it's a family heirloom. It's like, no, it's a bull.
Yeah, yeah. I can make $35 off it, I'm taking it. Then, take the other side, when you find out how much it sold for, you're sitting there going, oh... Like, you're just, you got to be seething. You have to be.
Well, see, that's it. The person who bought it, thought it looked older. And, it's an ugly bull. and, but yeah, then they had it appraised. And yeah, I mean, when they found out how much it was worth, can you imagine that? You pay $35 for something, you're thinking, all right, this might be worth a couple hundred. I'm going to spin a quick profit. And then you find out you just made a fortune off of a $35 investment. Oh my god!
Now, so I gotta ask you this, just because I know how I would react. Do you relay the amount of money you made to the person you buy the bull off?
No, I'm going back to him and saying, "What else you got?"
That's what I was thinking, because in my mind I'm like, oh, they might have more crap.
Yeah, that's
because what are the odds that is the only item that they have? But I bet you that person who, if they found out about how much that person made off that bull, they're going everywhere. That loading up U-Hauls and like just saying, "Look at it, tell me what I can get."
Yeah, I mean, it's got to make you sick to your stomach.
Oh, absolutely.
Because obviously, like, this story came out, like, a few years back, but it's, oh man, it's got to make you sick to your stomach. It's like, wow, I sold this for $35. I could have kept the rest of my crap. Sold one item.
Sit there and think about it. That person might have student loan. They might have a mortgage. They might have a car. And just selling that bowl could have taken care of everything.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you pay off your, like, kids' college tuition, everything. And it was like, yeah, they just had some junk in the attic, man. And the bowl didn't match anything. And they just...
That makes me want to go in my attic and see what I have.
But the thing is, like, to me, I don't know. I guess maybe this is one of them people that go to them yard sales knowing what to look for.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know some people that did used to go yard sale and look for older things. Because there's some VHS tapes that are worth a lot of
Oh,
money.
absolutely.
And it pains me because a few years back I got rid of my whole VHS collection and put everything on DVD. And then just got rid of the VHS tapes. And it pains me because a lot of the Disney movies that I had that I put on the DVD is worth money now. And yeah, I kicked myself in the butt for that. All right. Next news story I have is U.S. Customs, or not U.S., sorry. The Customs it was going from South America to Hong Kong. They intercepted a shipment of cornflakes with the frosting of cocaine on it.
What?
Yeah. Get this, though. They found 44 pounds, which is 22 kilos of cocaine-coated cornflakes. Yeah, going from South America to a home in Hong Kong. Now...
Is that Tony the Tiger?
What? No, that's Frosted Flakes. Which I imagine what these drug dealers were thinking is, you take your cocaine, and it said there was a gray substance on the cereal as well. Mm-hmm. So what I'm thinking is they might have put some type of adhesive on it, dumped their cocaine on it, thinking that people would think that it's, Frosted Flakes, when here it was just cornflakes with cocaine on it.
When you said that, first thing in my mind was, that's why that guy was always freaking happy.
Yeah,
they're great. He's coked out of his mind.
Yeah, but can you imagine being like a customs agent? The dog picked it up, obviously. And to me, though, are they that smart, though? I mean, that's a good idea if it's just regular customs agents looking through it. You're like, it's some damn Frosted Flakes. Put it back in the box. Seal it up, send it on its way, but the dog found it. Like that, to me, before you had the dog involved, I think they could have got away with it.
I feel like, too, if it were me and the dog's, like, freaking out, like, oh, he just wants some Frosted Flakes. I'll get him some Frosted Flakes. Like, I wouldn't have thought anything other than they're Frosted Flakes.
Yeah, to me, I'm the same way.
That is why I don't work in law enforcement. I'm just saying.
Yeah, same here. Now, this article is the one I found most interesting, and I laughed really hard when I read it.
All right, can't wait to hear it.
A North Carolina sheriff's office is giving people a chance on Valentine's Day weekend to show their former lovers they're still wanted by turning them in if they have outstanding warrants. I thought you would really like this one. Okay. Now, they are offering what they call a Valentine's Day weekend special, which it describes as a special, too sweet to pass up deal, where, they described it as a set of limited edition platinum bracelets, which is handcuffs, free transportation with the chauffeur, and a one-night minimum stay in our luxury 5-star accommodations. It also has a special Valentine's Day dinner. Operators are standing by. Is what they said at the end of the article.
That is amazing. That's a pitch. That is a hell of a pitch.
And the reviews that they were getting is people were saying whoever thought of that deserves a raise.
Yeah.
Other people on the negative side were saying how, it's not fun to joke about someone's freedom, but come on, man.
That's absolutely fun. That is hilarious.
I thought it was funny. Like,
we all know somebody who has been with someone who has done some sketchy stuff or, whatever. We all know somebody who has that story. If you could, because the way I'm taking that is, like, even, I might be wrong, but the way I'm taking that is, even if, like, the warrant's been 10 years old, but you can just call in and be like, hey, this is where this person's at. They're going to go get him.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And that's, to me, it was like, that is unreal. Like, whoever thought of that and say, hey, man, I might get these people to turn in their exes.
Yeah. And that's a good market for it, though.
It is.
Because there are some people who their relationships end and they're still holding grudges 5, 10, 15, 20 years,
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
And, I mean, let's be honest, there are some things where there are no statute of limitations on, so...
Yeah, I mean, you owe fines and you get warrants and you move out of state and they can't find you. and then to say, hey, I know where my ex is, bam. And it's something maybe you didn't think of, and then you saw that advertisement, you're like, huh, sounds good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really thought you would get a kick out of that one.
Oh,
I found that article very interesting. And as soon as I read it, I laughed and instantly thought of you, that you would laugh. And, yeah, you did exactly what
I
I thought you were
absolutely
gonna do.
did. That was fantastic. I loved it. Because in my mind, I also broke down, wow. Because there are so many, like I said, we all know somebody. And I can think of, out of 30 friends, at least one person each that they can call that hotline for.
Well, now you know. Go to North Carolina.
In our weekly wrap-up, we discuss some of our personal opinions and ideas. So let's see what we thought this week.
Okay.
So Mark, what would you like to talk about in this week's wrap-up?
Okay, the first thing I want to do is call you out for not knowing what a Hawaiian roll is. Like, something is wrong with you. I don't even eat them, and I know what it is.
Well, okay, so the way you kind of presented it, I'm thinking of something completely different. I'm thinking of like you can go to like a grocery store and you can get those little sweet Danish rolls that you got like 6 of them. Do. So you got that, but no, like the way now that you were explaining it after you wanted a more detail, they're pretty much just like a muffin, or not a muffin, but like a little roll you get at like Haas's or something.
Yeah, like the little brown and serve rolls, like but they're Hawaiian. They're like sweet.
See, when you throw out Hawaiian, I think of like.
What do you think? Like there's a little lei on them and some freaking umbrella sticking out.
Kinda. I mean, no. So I'm thinking like Hawaiian's like family style restaurant eating and stuff like that in my mind. So when I think of Hawaiian roll, I'm thinking a big heaping roll that can feed a family.
Okay. Wow. All right.
What?
Nothing. We'll just go with that. You do your research, you look it up, and then you're gonna come to me.
I'm gonna Google it when we're done with this.
Okay, and you're gonna come to me and say, "Wow, I was dumb."
Oh, probably yeah.
Okay. The next thing I say we need to talk about is, again, going back to the guy with the debit card. I know we talked a lot about it, but I just still can't wrap my head around how you forget your debit card. And
I want to say it had to have been drugs.
Okay, drugs make so much sense.
It had to have been
really
drugs
does.
because, or he's a victim of really bad old TV shows and cartoon. Because you think, like, you watch, like, old spy movies, they pull out some, like, a credit card and break into a hotel room or wherever they, Jimmy the Lock, whatever they do.
Yeah, they do make it look a lot easier on TV than it really is to pull that off.
Yeah, so I think that's probably what he's just fallen a victim to. Bad advertising, I guess? I don't know. But, yeah, so I think, in my mind, alright, this dude's sitting around, he's all doped out on whatever, he's watching Saturday morning cartoons, or I don't know, any kind of cartoons, and he watches it and he goes, oh, that looks easy. Hey, I know this one woman who has this stuff. I'm going to get it because I need some money. I need more dope money or whatever. And
I mean, I guess when you're on drugs, you do think that way.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's always straight to the result, not the repercussions.
True. Very true.
So the one thing I do want to talk about in the wrap-up is I got to go back to the dude with the laser pointer.
Yes.
Because have you've messed around with like a laser pointer and a cat?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
So many times.
I think what happened, the first night he probably realized that he was doing this, he had his super high-powered Magnum Laser Optima Billion 5 and was playing with his dog and then saw an airplane. He was like, I wonder if this will reach. And then it did. He's like, oh, this will be fun.
I mean, I'm not going to say I wouldn't do it if I had tipped a few back.
Oh, no.
I mean, it would definitely make sense to me to do that, even though it...
Do you remember the old laser pointers that you could buy from like the dollar store or whatever, where you could actually take the cap off and like put different ones on? You get like the diesel truck lady or a cat or a dog or whatever. I would be trying to get those for my laser to mess with the cop.
Oh, definitely.
With the pilot in the cockpit. But yeah, that just the gall to want to do that. Like, that is so dangerous. Don't do that. Because if that pilot wrecks, you murdered hundreds.
Yeah, and you're going to jail.
Oh, for sure.
It's definitely going to happen. The only other thing I would have to say I want to talk about and touch back on is the genius, police for the whole Valentine's Day special.
Bravo.
I've thought about it, and yeah, there's a few people that I would love to give that weekend getaway to. So, I just think that to work for that police station and you hear that call come in, you're like, hey, this person I want to give the Valentine's Day special to. And then, like, how do you present that when you go to arrest them?
When you asked, my initial thought was a cop showing up with a bouquet, roses, and handcuffs in the other hand, and just being like, "Happy Valentine's Day," cuff them.
That's I was wondering if they had like the little heart-shaped holes for the keys to go in and all that.
Maybe they're those like the fluffy, kinky, like sex kind.
Or like your little poem, roses are red, violets are blue, I'm here to arrest you. Something along those lines. That would be great.
That would be great.
Thinking it's something sweet, you got like a secret admirer, and then you're going to jail.
Or heck, with it being like a Valentine's Day thing, somebody might think it's like a strippergram or something. There are a lot of weird kinks out there.
Yes, there are. I know you and your anime jiggle. Just, when you're talking about weird kinks, that's all we're going to say on that, but
yeah,
you're strange.
Coming from the guy who looks like freaking Sasquatch Chewbacca, you're probably a furry.
Could be. You'll find out later. So, till next time.
Later.
Well, that just happened.
If you like what you heard, tune in next week to see what else we find.
Also, please leave a review, a like, and subscribe.
If there's something you think is interesting and would like us to address, then reach out to the show and let us know.
We're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, pretty much anywhere you want to reach us.
And with that being said, this concludes our episode of Well, That Just Happened.